Being in Dublin has easily been the most fun-filled, exciting, and educational experience I've had in my life so far. Video can't really do justice to the people I've met, places I've been, the culture I've been immersed in, and the way I've changed throughout the last few months, but I'm going to try to lay it out for you as best as I can. My name is Alina Howland, and I survived living in Dublin for my first semester in college. I come from a very small, tight-knit community where my friends and I have been growing up together since we were in kindergarten, playing sports, having the same classes in a small school, living next to each other, and spending vacations, which were the most fun times of my life. It's something that I took for granted until I realized we'd all be separated soon. The friendships I made in high school have bonds which shaped me as an individual and make up almost every memory I have of my younger years. The friends I've made in this program are a different kind of friendship. Even though it's only been a few months, I feel like I've already known them for forever. The fact that we've lived together for 4 months and have still stuck together says a lot about our relationships. I was lucky enough to find people who not only embrace my weirdness, but encourage and partake in it as well. You really can't complain when you're living with your best friends for 4 months in Ireland. Seeing them every single day and living so close to everyone made this experience so much better than one in a regular college campus setting. The constant closeness makes it easy to work off of one another. You really can't feel alone in a scenario like this. It's almost like we've been living in our own perfect bubble in Dublin, where we're going to class and experiencing an amazing culture with our closest friends. There's so much to take in while in Ireland. The decorative buildings and cobblestone streets never fail to astound me. The walk to school is long and many times it's a struggle to get to class, but passing the beautiful River Liffey in the city every day is really irreplaceable. You can't really help but become independent when you're cooking for yourself, managing your time, budgeting money, and keeping up with schoolwork. To put things into perspective, I went from having 3 boxes of Kraft mac and cheese in the kitchen cabinet and breaking the handle of our pan to cooking a roasted chicken and actual dinners. If that doesn't scream progress, I don't know what does. I had the pleasure of working with kids who were 6 and 7 at the Dublin Christian Mission, doing homework, crafts, or just talking. What I've learned is that you should never underestimate the colorful language of Irish children. If you're not accustomed to swearing, I suggest you stay clear of Irish kids younger than 10. I've learned that they're extremely endearing and that you can respect and relate to even the youngest of people. Being so close to Europe, I couldn't let the opportunity to travel slip by. I had my most relaxing weekend while overseas in Wales, where I actually got at least 8 hours of sleep. It ended up being surprisingly gorgeous there as well. In Scotland with my mom, I saw nature at its finest. I saw spring, fall, and winter all in one country. For 10 days of break, 6 of us went to Ibiza and finally experienced some warm, beautiful weather. If you haven't been to Barcelona, I highly suggest you go. The architecture and sights were irreplaceable and honestly just insane. The group weekend trips around Ireland were the most fun excursions I've had here so far. It's small trips like these where I really started to feel like a part of the country as a whole. It was awesome to see all around Ireland and how diverse the country could be. In Derry and Belfast, the history was so obvious it was almost disturbing. I never realized the extent to which there was a divide between the Unionists and Loyalists in Northern Ireland. The murals were especially beautiful and it really made me think. Now that this experience is coming to an end, I couldn't have pictured myself having a better time my freshman year doing anything but this. Being in Dublin in these circumstances is one of the best things that's ever happened to me, and I can't wait to come back. Only imagine what it'd be like.